one. W7 live, baby! Thursday night on W7, back and better than ever, and back from his vacation is the coach, Mark Bailey. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
You look well rested, my friend.
And chubbier.
Well, we've all got that problem going on. That's nothing new. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year, Coach. Welcome back.
Yep.
Glad to have you, and looking forward to a great rest of the season as we get into January. But before we go that far, let's talk about tonight's game. It's Random Lake, the W7 homeschool from the South, hosting the Kohler Blue Bombers in a Big East South matchup. Coach, thoughts on tonight, what we can expect and what we should be looking for?
Comparable records. They play a little differently. A lot of times inside out. And in the case of Kohler, they're going to double Hallie basically from Random Lake as much as possible, keep the ball out of her hands. They're also going to shoot more threes than Random Lake will. And their inside player, post player, Catherine Shoemaker, is somebody who they think could make a difference in the game.
Well, your assessment's doing kind of what I was thinking as well, and I talked to Mara. I'm like, hey, big game for you tonight, and I have to really... Your assessment's kind of the same as mine, and I said to, I talked to Mara before the game, I said, your play is going to be the difference tonight, as far as stopping the Shoemaker kid, because the whole offense for Kohler kind of runs around her, so, that's going to be, I think you're right on. Random Lake, kind of up and down. Year it's 2-2 in the Big East. I'd like to get into that top half of the division and win tonight over winless Kohler. And quite frankly, Coach, this is a game Random Lake should win. Well, doesn't mean they will. It means they should.
They're going to pressure Kohler's guards. Kohler's averaging 20 turnovers a game. So whether they pick them up full court, three-quarter court, or half court, that's something pressure that they think is going to be the difference in the game. I also think they know that they're going to run a number of kids at Hallie and make the other kids from Random Lake make shots. So I think those are two things to look for.
You're watching the Dual Concrete pregame show on W7 Live. Concrete work requires specific expertise, and you need to find a Wisconsin concrete contractor that has the tools, experience, and desire to get the job done right. At Dual Concrete Construction, we understand all of the intricacies involved in any concrete job you need to complete. Our licensed and insured contractors have the skills and knowledge you need to complete your project safely and efficiently. Visit dualconcrete.com. Quick message from the WIAA. We'll be back. Wrap things up on the Dual Concrete pregame show. Get you ready for national anthem and starting lineups. By the way, it's youth night tonight at Random Lake, so we'll have a lot of kids around, which is always a good thing, and get this party started. You're watching the Homeschool Doubleheader Part 1 on W7 Live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Welcome back to the Dual Concrete pregame show at Dual Concrete Construction. Our goal is to provide you with affordable, quality concrete work. We take care of all the details of the job from start to finish. To get your next concrete project started, give our team of professionals a call and describe what it is you're looking for, and we'll begin the quoting process. Let Dual Concrete Construction be your Wisconsin concrete contractor and get your job done right the first time. Visit dualconcrete.com. It is about time to get on the floor, but before we do that, it's time for our Orthopedic Associates out on a limb prediction, and I'm going to put it right squarely in our analyst hands today. So, Coach Maley, it's all on you. What is the Orthopedic Associates out on a limb prediction for tonight?
My out on the limb position is Random Lakes guard number 10, Jalen Harder, scores 12 points.
Whoa!
And that factors in a Random Lake win.
Holy, yeah. Jay's on the hook, 12 points.
Goes.
That'll get us that much. It's time to get on the floor, National Anthem starting lineups. You're watching homeschool basketball on W7.
Tonight's game is between the Blue Bombers of Kohler High School and your Random Lake Rams. At this time, please listen to and abide by the following guidelines. Random Lake High School League East, WIAA require good sportsmanship to student athletes, coaches, spectators, at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, ethnic comments, or other intimidating and unsportsmanlike actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart for the singing of the national anthem by Random Lake senior Emma Casper. Thank you, Emma. Great job.
Don't ever show weakness.
And now for our starting lineups. First for the Blue Bombers of Kohler High School. Number 0, Emerson Oldenhoff. 5'7" senior number 3, Emerson Schiller. 5'7" senior number 20, Maddie Cole. 5'11" junior number 21, Addison Terstner. And a 5'10" senior number 44, Catherine Schumacher. Bombers are coached by Richard Weiss. And now on your feet, let's make some noise. These are your Rams. 5'6" freshman number 2, escorted by Agent Hallie Van Horn. And the 5'9" sophomore number 34 is scored by Emily Mara Kitzler. Your rank, of course, by Trina Van Horn. And handling the athletic training covers for tonight's game is Jordan Dabrowski of Aurora Sports Health. Officials for tonight's game are Tulger Milski, Steve Funk, and Greg Penta. Officials number will be kept by Whitney National scoreboard operator Sean Fitzgerald. Enjoy the game.
Van Horn opens the scoring for the Rams. Coach, I heard right away from the Kohler coach, don't let him cross your face. What does that mean when you hear that?
Don't let him cross. I'm not sure.
Put you right on the spot, right out of the get-go.
Don't let him cross your face, meaning I assume on the dribble. So in other words, cross over.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
2-0 Rams. D, I got a bone to pick with you, DK. She said, come on, 7 p.m. Can't wait for the NDA Tritons game. What are we, chopped liver? Well, we got basketball here, too, in Random Lake, D. Sorry, we're just here to help you pass the time for an hour. No, hey, glad to have you aboard. Go Tritons. They're coming up 7 o'clock. Connor Du Bois and Dominic D'Angelo on the call live from Notre Dame. Mara Kitzler for 2.
Put that down as a plus on the list.
There we go. Nice basket for Kitzler. Yeah, let's see. I got a camera issue here I got to take a look at.
It's always interesting when no one blocks out and somehow the team that didn't block out gets the rebound. It's
always that way, isn't it?
Not fair at all, I don't think.
4-0 Random Lake. Kitzler with 2 and Van Horn with 2. There's Mara again. Oh, Mara! That's free money, man. 0 for 2 that possession for Kitzler. We'll get the scoreboard up for you all in just a couple minutes and fight a couple other quick things here. As always, it's never easy, Coach. You know that.
It's amazing how many times this year I've seen calls on the sideline. Kids catch the ball.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that too the last couple games,
especially on the sideline, but very rarely on the baseline.
Four 4-0 Rams. There it is. Harder 3. No. She's still 12 short.
I'm going to be like a parent and yell, shoot, every time she gets
Go, Jayla. Put it up. Chuck it. The Orthopedic Associates out on a limb prediction tonight. 12 points from Jayla Harder. Wait till she hears that. I noticed I didn't tell her before the game. She'd had a heart attack.
10% of her career scoring average.
Yeah. Inside, Van Horn from Grumman. Nice pass. Boy, real nice feed by Lexi Grumman.
Here comes that trap we were talking about. Looks like 1-2-2.
So the Vegas line tonight, minus 9.5 for Random Lake, in case you're curious.
That's based on comparable scores between Sheboygan Falls. We have to base it on something.
6 points for Van Horn, and it's 8-0 Random Lake. Not the start the Blue Bombers are looking for. That shot no good.
One that the coach was concerned might happen.
Pass ahead for Knoll is knocked away. And out of bounds. It'll stay with Random Lake.
Kohler's just, Random Lake's just playing a little quicker than Kohler is right now. It just seems like they're quicker to the ball, especially on offense.
14:38 to go first half, 8-0. Vegas has Random Lake at 15 points favorites, predicting 57-42 go Rams.
Let's see what the money comes in at. It's talking and then there's money.
Oh, my gosh. Brad Lupke checking in. What Coach Maley did at Kewaskum last year was legendary, really. I'm not going to repeat too much of this because he'll just get a big ego out of it. Was so impressed watching him handle that team at the Resch. Great to have him on the broadcast. Well, it's great to have him part of the W7 team. It's a huge win for us. So how I was able to convince him to do it is beyond me. But I'm a heck of a salesman, Coach.
I got a kind of jolly good for every game. 6 games, a 6-pack. Seemed like a good deal to me.
You get the same pay Lupke gets.
He's much better than I am, so I think that's got a good agent.
He made your caricature. I figured you'd like that.
I told my friends that maybe look 20 years younger and 50 pounds lighter. So
there it is. Jayla Harder for 2. The 12 watches on. We're down to 10.
I just wrote 10 and then crossed it out, and I got 8.
Is that 4 for her?
I don't think so.
That can't be right.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't say that. Of course that's right.
10-0.
Oh, there we go.
And there's a 3. Emerson Oldenhoff from downtown. 10-3, Random Lake. Reminder, 7 o'clock tonight, Connor Du Bois and Dom D'Angelo have the call. Notre Dame, the Tritons, 7-0 in the FRCC, take on 6-1 Green Bay Southwest at Notre Dame. Pre-game 6:45, tip-off 7 o'clock. I guess just slum with us for a while until that game comes on, and we'll see our numbers drop, and we'll know why.
Got the B team here.
Yeah, the B squad is in charge here. Drive, shot, bucket. Maddie Cole on the basket.
Ohlendorf hit that 3 earlier, and she's 34% three-point shooter, so they're happy to see her get open looks.
You betcha. A lot of similarities in the numbers, Coach. Hal from downtown. The X Factor is Hallie Van Horn, though.
She is. The Kohler coach.
Schumacher gets on the board for Kohler. It's 13-7.
Kohler was very concerned about Hallie basically playing inside. Not so much the 3 ball, but it went in.
Here come the Rams. Abler loses it. Loose, and it's going to be a travel. A good friend once told me, Coach, when in doubt, call travel. Or jump ball. Either one you're good with.
If that call went against my team, I would have yelled, just say it. You don't have to give this long explanation if you're going to go against me. Just say.
I don't need the dissertation.
Your
just
kid
tell
traveled. Get back.
I don't need the dissertation.
Play defense.
I'm good.
Yeah.
13-7
Wow.
Rams now. There's a bucket. Riley Holzrichter on the basket for the Blue Bombers. 13-9. Nice little run here for Kohler, Coach.
Kohler's done a good job. They've limited Random Lake to 1 shot, and they're making some shots.
Harder gets rid of it. Pull-up shot by the mayor. No good. That's Chesney Meyer. We call her the mayor of Random Lake. 11:47 first half, 13-9. I know you guys a scoreboard. I'm working on it. Just bear with me a little bit. I would say that's why the play-by-play is a little substandard, but I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that.
we only have a couple hours for this broadcast.
This is just the one I'm using today. Livy Stefanic on the foul. That's her first.
Random Lake's not getting much out of the press right now, and we'll see how long they want to keep it on. Kohler's making some good passes, and they're getting some wide open shots, and they're making them. And so what looked like a mini blowout to start is now a 3-point game.
So free throw in, 13-10. Rams 11-28 first half. That one blocked and rebounded by Kohler. is old and off on the pass, and it's going to be a turnover. It'll be random lake ball.
I just figured out that the ref that I said took too long ref my games 25 years ago.
Yep, there you go. He was probably still doing it then, too.
Yeah.
Well, we normally don't get more brevity with age, I would say. 3, no. Rebound, Stefanic. That away, Livy. Harder in trouble. To the mayor in the corner. Back to Hallie Van Horn. Hal into the lane, kicks it out. Harder, and we're going to have a...
There we go.
Is that a 3-second call?
Briefer. They ran a couple of really nice cuts for Hallie. I'd like to see them do it again. They got nice open looks, and I think her coming off the ball as opposed to with the ball, probably better for Random Lake in the short term.
Yeah. Shot no good. Rebound, Abler. MD into the front court, and now has that taken away. Shot, bingo.
Random Lake's got to step through. They're literally giving up wide open shots, and
Holzrichter on the baskets. And we're tied, 13-13. Olivia Stefanic for 2. Walk off on the hoop.
it's what we would call an A cut. They've run it 3 or 4 times, and I think they scored 3 times. So keep doing it until they stop it.
Yep. No, Sandy, this is not the Notre Dame girls game. That's on at 7 o'clock. We're the placeholder for that game. We've been told that like 3 times now. Sandy, and we're going to get in a scoreboard. I apologize. We're just a little challenged here, but I'll get that up in a second. But no, that's on at 7 o'clock, so you've come to the right place. It'll be on that same YouTube channel at 7 o'clock. It's 16-15. Kohler has their first lead of the day.
Third 3. Got to get out on shooters. It doesn't look like Kohler wants to go inside, so you got to get out on shooters. There's that cut. They defended it much better that time.
Foul, or out of bounds, the foul's on Stefanic. It's 16-15 Kohler with 9:03 to go first half. I am literally seconds away from the scoreboard, you guys. I'm telling you. It's going to happen real quick here. And when it happens, be ready, because it's going to be fast and furious.
Earlier, Hallie gave her mom kind of the "I'd like to come out," and I think her mom gave her the "No, you're staying in" sign that coaches occasionally do with the best player.
As Steven Tyler would say, dream on. 17-16 Rams. I didn't see who that was.
2.
Grumman, I believe. Lexi Grumman.
Random Lake's trying to speed them up. That time they did in that 1-2-2 trap.
– 17-16 Random Lake. Whew, kind of a hot mess tonight, Coach. I'm telling you what.
On that last play, you need to make that entry pass. You need to take a dribble one way or the other. You can't stand there and then try to pass to, especially because the defender was playing behind, which is what you'd like. So something for the tape for Coach D.
Okay, there we go. Clock and scoreboard. We're rolling. Only took 10 minutes of the first
Magnificent.
half. Wow. Hey, do me a favor. Send me your address. I'll give you a full refund for this broadcast tonight. Lexi Crewman for 2, 1916. 7:38 first half. Good for pretty clean first half, Coach. I mean, overall.
Yep. Both teams are getting what they want. Random Lake is speeding Kohler up a little bit, and Kohler is getting a lot of open shots. And whether they speed up or not, they got to play half-court defense, and they got to get out and guard people on the on the exterior because Kohler's not even pretending to throw the ball inside right now.
Right. Rams by 3, 7:10 to go. Here is Abler out to Hallie Van Horn. Good defense here. 10 Holzrichter on Van Horn. That's not an easy gig. MD is fouled and she'll go to the line. I'm going to move you guys in a little bit here so we can see what's what.
That's the fourth time that Haley's dribbling into the lane left and slowly gone right. I think she might want to give the defender a little bit more to look at, maybe cross over, maybe go baseline. But so far, if the ball's on the left side of the floor, she's going to go a certain way, and that's a lot easier to defend. You don't always have to send a second defender if you know exactly what the player's going to do.
MD drains them both. And the Rams lead is 5, 21-16. Knocked free, still loose, picked up, Bombers, shot, no. That was Claire Bratz on the shot, no good. It's a good Wisconsin name, Claire Bratz. Love it. Abler
Very nice.
from Van Horn.
Last minute or so, that pass is always open, and they're gambling that they're not going to be able to convert out of it. And so far, the gambles worked, especially the last 2 times down the floor.
Here comes Hallie, pull up, nope. Abler again is partially blocked, or as Coach Maley would say, blocked. 6:05 to go.
She can't get that call in Random Lake. She'll not get it anyplace.
23-16. 6:02 to go. Tonight's broadcast is powered by Jolly Good Soda. Visit jollygoodsoda.com, enter your zip code, and you can find the nearest Jolly Good retailer near you. Also, visit their website. Check out some of their really cool merchandise and gear they've got online. If you decide to purchase it, make sure you use the promo code for the girls and get 17% off your order for the girls in the promo code for some really cool Jolly Good Soda apparel. Nobody puts a pop in Wisconsin like Jolly Good, jollygoodsoda.com. 23-16, 5:50 to go.
Mara did a nice job out there on the ball, pecking away at it and not reaching in and fouling. So put that on the good list for Mara.
It's only a good list for It's all good for Mara. She knows that. I'd never be critical of her. She knows that. Only when they're playing games. 5:29 to go. Lexi to the rack.
Can I change my 12-point?
You're a little late on that.
Just change a number.
You can also change your bet in Vegas too. They're pretty good about that. If you feel like you made a mistake, they're pretty good about letting you change it mid-game.
Oh yeah.
25-16, unofficially 4 for Grumman. All of our numbers, of course, 100% unofficial. Timeout, 25-16. It's all Rams so far. You're watching Doubleheader Homeschool Night on W7.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Get that fast. back. 25-16 Rams. 5 minutes to go, first half. Little Motley Crue warm you up tonight. And this one knocked away, and here come the Blue Bombers. Trailing by 9, 4:40 to go. They've done a nice job on Schumacher. She scores there, but overall, Coach, they've kind of bottled her up pretty well so far in this first half. The Rams have.
That's the first time I didn't see anybody right in front of her on the catch.
And what do you know? Mara Kinsler's out of the game. How about, is that a coincidence? I don't think so. 25-18, 4:31 to go first half. Dave Portrait checking in. Yeah, I had to get some Z's in with the granddaughters this morning. It was their morning nap. I'm like, oh, I'll lay them down, and we ended up falling asleep in the easy chair. Grandma had to come wake me up because Grandpa was snoring too loud. 25-18, 4:28 to go first half. Drive, kick, down in the corner. Up top, Schumacher. She'll shoot from out there. Well, she's not a big outside shooter, but, I mean, she'll put it up. Knocked away. Grumman saves it. Boy, great play by Lexi. Trista Knoll in now as well. Wittenberg, no good on the shot. Rebound. Kohler and bucket.
Well done.
Maddie Cole on the basket. 25-20. 3:43 remaining first half. And turnover. Kohler ball. Van Horn back in, Harder in, and Lexi Grumman in as well.
One of the things I'm not a fan of is jumping into the air and then deciding to pass the ball.
It's kind of like what Woody Hayes says about passing in general. Three things can happen, and two of them are bad.
I like that. I like them to pass, but you know when they put the ball over their head and then they throw it to the hands that are in front of them, I start to smoke cigars and eat cookies.
Here's my favorite Woody Hayes story since I brought it up. At the end of the game, when Ohio State beat Michigan back in the late 60s, they beat them like 51-0. They went for two at the end, and the media asked him, "Why'd you go for two when you're up 51 points?" He said, "Because they wouldn't let me go for three."
Yeah, there was a little controversy a couple of weeks ago, or the last week, about teams.
Yeah, the Falcons game. They're pros, man. You know,
yeah.
You gotta take your punishment and swallow it. There's no way around that.
Yeah, you get paid.
You're grown, man. Come on.
A fellow I coached with in college used to say, if they give scholarships and they can go get players, the score's the score.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. If you don't want to get beat that bad, do better.
Yeah.
I don't believe that in high school, but I mean, yeah, at that level, give me a break. Stefanic is blocked.
Very nice.
And here come the Blue Bombers. Down 5 and blocked on the other end by Lexi Grumman. By the way, coming up at 7 o'clock, Notre Dame and Green Bay Southwest. If you're here, you're not late, you didn't miss anything, that game doesn't start for another hour or 42 minutes. So hang out with us, slum it with us for a while, then you can take off at 7 o'clock. Pre-game show 6:45. Tom D'Angelo and Connor Du Bois on the call live from Green Bay, Notre Dame.
I'm not sure Coach V was as concerned as she probably is right now about Kohler's transition. They're getting out and they're running the break.
Yeah.
And they're not only making layups, but they're also getting to the free throw line.
I mean, they average 52.7 points a game, so I mean that's they don't run a lot.
No.
41% from the field, 52% from the free throw line, and 26.8% from three.
I remember a guy last year talking about my team saying, well, everybody on the team except Morgan Adams shoots 56 or below. I think that was you.
Probably was me. That sounds like something I would say.
I didn't appreciate it at the time.
That probably was me. Because I think I was talking about who to foul. I think that was the Freedom game.
It was the Freedom game. Yeah. And when you said that, I was like, ouch.
What a jerk, man.
It's not easy teaching kids how to shoot free throws.
Hey, do better, coach.
You
Come
better,
on.
coach. I know. It's my wife would
It's not
say
the
when I
kids' fault. It's all on you, man.
I got the W. Or, yeah, I got the L's. You get the
Yeah,
W's.
that's right. That's right. Under 2 minutes, 25-21 Rams. Coming up, the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin halftime report. Updated look at our decimated girls basketball schedule for the next few days. It's been just annihilated with the impending Storm of the Century 2 that we're calling it. The first one was Tuesday. This one's, I guess, it's Saturday or tomorrow. 25-21, pass Grumman, blocked. Blue Bombers on the recovery. Uh-oh. I think your son's watching the game.
What's that?
I think your son's watching. Is that right? Watch it from Minnesota tonight?
If it's my son, it's somebody that I'm not aware of. My wife will be very interested.
Oh, is that
in
your daughter?
Yeah,
Oh.
my three daughters.
My wife would be very. This is breaking news. Your daughter. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, you're going to cast me half of my fortune.
Well, there goes that $27.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Pass ahead from Harder. Wow, that's a long pass. Baseball pass. She's a softball pitcher, so she's allowed to do that. Now, which daughter is that, Coach?
That's Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Kimberly, thanks for checking in. I'm keeping an eye on your old man for you.
Can't get too far.
You got all kinds of stuff happening over here.
Okay. Yeah, I got my Latin. It's too vain. I don't.
Kimberly, you better get over here. A minute 3 to go. Inbound. Van Horn out to Grumman. 3. Lexi Grumman from downtown.
Yeah, I'm definitely changing my my person to score 12 points. You get first time I'm involved in this, you get a do-over.
Yeah, you get a mulligan on this
Yeah, a
one.
mulligan.
We'll give you a mulligan on this one. 28-21, 43.9 seconds. It'll cost me half of my fortune. That's the line of the night right there. Inbound pass up top. Schumacher. Drive. Runner. Bucket. No. Van Horn on the rebound. 37 seconds. Hallie. No. Out of bounds. It'll be Kohler ball. Coach, I mean, thoughts so far in this first half for Kohler? I mean, they're right there.
I think Kohler's got to be very happy with where they are. They've made some shots, some deep shots, and they also have gotten the ball up the court pretty well. We haven't called Hallie's name a number of times rebounding, but she hasn't hurt him other than some early scoring.
Yeah, they've kind of kept her in check the last part of this first half.
They have, and I think Coach will go into halftime. Coach T will go into halftime and say, "We got to get out on shooters. Those shots that Kohler are taking 3-point. Every one of them looks like it's going in. So they need to do a little better job there."
Put back, and got it. Mara Kinsler for 2. And that will be your first half. Great finish from Kinsler. At the end of the first half, your score, Random Lake 30, Kohler 21. Coming up, the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin halftime report. You're watching Random Lake Girls Basketball on W7 Live. We'll go.
Pain's a very lonely place. I came to Orthopedic Associates because I had a ruptured disc in my neck. I needed to get it fixed as soon as I could. Life immediately following the procedure was better. I have 3 young boys, I coach their sports, I play their sports with them, so just the joy in life came back. The pain was gone. The entire standard of life became better.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Wisconsin needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
To 21, your halftime score in favor of Random Lake. Youth night tonight at Random Lake. We'll show you shots of the kids playing around. Here's your first half numbers. First for Kohler. Katie Schumacher and Riley Holzrichter lead Kohler with 5. 4 points for Maddie Cole. 3 for Danny Stoffergren. 3 for Emerson Oldenoff. And 1 for Claire Brotz. 21 for Kohler. For Random Lake, 9 points for both Lexi Grumman and Hallie Van Horn. 4 points for Madeline Abler and Mara Kinsler. And 2 points each for Olivia Stefanich and Jayla Harder. 30-21, your halftime score. Quick break and message from Jolly Good. We'll come back and review our upcoming schedule. It's a disaster. You're watching W7 Live.
Our coming schedule is there isn't any.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, churn world serves its own needs, dummy serve your own needs, beat it up and knock, speak, grunt, no strength, the ladder starts to clatter with fear, fight down, high wire and a fire, represented 7 games in a government for hire and a combat site. Left to us are coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team by team reporters babble Trump, Kevin Crop, look at that low plane, fine, then, overflow, population common food, but it'll do, save yourself, serve yourself, world serves its own needs, listen to your heartbeat, dummy with the rapture and the reverend and the right, you patriotic, slam, fight, bright, light, feeling, pretty sight. It's the end of the world as we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Well, this was our schedule as of Wednesday, so let's do a quick review. Wednesday happened. Tonight, no Slinger Hartford. We did this game instead. Connor's doing Green Bay Southwest and Notre Dame. Tomorrow, it gets weird. Both Fort Atkinson and Portage have been canceled. That game's out. 7 o'clock, Milton, Baraboo, nope. NDA, Ashwaubenon, nope. So Friday's done. Saturday, as of right now, no Watertown and Stoughton. The other 5 are technically on. I'll believe it when I see it. My guess is they'll all be canceled as well. So if that's the case, you can pretty much take this schedule and draw a big X through it, and you'll know what our upcoming schedule is. Now, that's the bad news. And you ask, gee, Gary, is there any good news? Well, of course there is. It's W7. We're full of good news. Because Monday we're coming back. Coach Bailey going to be with us. Ed Rowie going to be with us for the Lake City Classic Showcase live from Mount Mary University. 5 games, and they're all going to happen. And they're all live starting at 10:30 with the Lake City Conference. And here's the great part, Coach, and this you'll appreciate this. All 10 teams making their first ever appearance on W7.
They won't forget it. It's a really unique experience for a young high school player, so it's really great.
30-21, your halftime score. And here we go with half number 2. Angie Sweeney, you know what? How dare you even comment? Watching from Key Largo tonight.
Wow.
Angie, come on.
I'm going to be a little upset all the way home thinking about that.
How dare you, Angie? I thought we were friends.
I've got 3 coats on like an old man.
First free throw, good. Hey, Livy's playing a good game, Ange, so maybe she doesn't hear you yelling at her from the bleachers. Really excited for softball this year and watching that kid play again. She's so fun to watch. Pass ahead, and there's going to be a foul on Grumman. Lexi did one of those, oh, I fouled it, but I really didn't mean to. So you cannot hold that against me.
I used to say that occasionally to the ref. She didn't mean to. It got a smile. They didn't call it back, but at least got a smile.
Right.
I think that's her shot right there. That's about the 4th one, the 4th runner she's taken. They look like they're going to win.
31-21 Rams. 17-21 to go in this one. Bucket and 1. Hallie Van Horn on the basket.
I'd like to have a call that I could call here from the announcing stand. Let's call it purple. And I'd yell purple to get her within 6 feet of the basket about 15 times a game. Because when she gets inside,
good things happen.
She is a real force.
1 for 2 for Hal, 34-21. 10 points for Van Horn.
Diamond press, 1-2-1-1.
Beg your pardon, that is 12 points. It was 1 for 1. It was a 3-point play. So 12 points now for Hallie. Rebound. Here's Grumman into the front court. Oh, double dribble there, Lexi.
You caught that before the official did.
There's a first. And a last, probably.
He put his hands like down like this. I think he knew what just happened.
13-point lead for the Rams.
Well,
good start to the second half, Coach.
Yeah, the pressure has affected them, and especially at the beginning of the second half.
Ball in the corner. That is number 0. Emerson Oldenoff. Pass inside Schumacher. Just could not get on track here tonight. Came in tonight averaging, great pass to Knoll. Back out. Van Horn, wide open 3. Yep. Hallie Van Horn. Hello. Timeout. Kohler, and we're going to take it with him, 37-21. It is all Random Lake to start this second half. Quick break. We're coming back. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Put the pop, Wisconsin.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Injuries can happen at any time, and when they do, head to Ortho ASAP, a faster, less expensive option than urgent care. No appointments are needed, so you can be seen immediately by our specialists. Part of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Well, Coach, if you wanted to script an opening to the second half, I mean, I don't think it's better than what Random Lake's doing right now.
They're really moving the ball well as Kohler did earlier in the game, and that's the difference. Ball's getting stuck for Kohler.
Gary Whipperman, Mark Maley, live from Random Lake. 37-21, and there's a foul. Nope, out of bounds. It'll be Kohler ball. 37-21. There's a boys game coming up next. We will not have that game for you, obviously, but Random Lake and Kohler boys basketball next from Random Lake. Inbound pass. Schumacher just cannot get it to fall tonight. And you know what? Not been her lucky night, but I'll tell you what, Mara Kinsler has played tough, strong defense in there on her. She's done a great job.
She's done a great job. Their point guard, Zero, has thrown some really nice passes to any number of folks. They're just having a hard time holding on to it tonight.
16-point lead with 15 and a half to go. Mark, your buddy Bob Selsing checking in.
Good thing he's out of jail now. He'll be on the monitor for a couple of months.
Sounds like my friends. 15:08 to go.
Good man.
Van Horn drive, left side, got it. Howell for 2.
I like it.
She makes it look easy, Coach, and we both know that's not easy what she's doing there.
No. I was going to yell purple, but last time I think she heard it and immediately hit a 3, so she's not listening to the old bald-headed guy over in the corner.
Kind of like my kids are the same way.
Yep.
That shot no good. Schumacher up and is fouled. 39-21, Random Lake. Rams play again on Monday against Sheboygan Lutheran. We will not have that game for you. We'll be at the Lake City Showcase at Mount Mary University. So that game will not be on W7 on Monday.
After a loss, I would always go home and think, well, how do we do right after halftime when I was supposed to come up with these magical
the adjustments,
and then we went down like another 8. I used to think,
well, that didn't work.
I better write that down because that was not a good idea.
Or throw it away.
That's right.
39-22, 14 and a half remaining. The ball loose, still loose, and we're going to have a jump ball. Kohler basketball. Hey, the 2024 W7 Future Stars Showcase is coming January 20th live from Slinger High School. This tournament features some of the best 8th grade players and teams from all over the state. Live games, interviews, Jolly Good Soda giveaways, a W7 Jolly Good photo station, and W7 Future Stars t-shirts. Watch live and free on our YouTube channel starting at 7:45 a.m. 7:45 a.m. on Saturday, January 20th. The W7 Future Stars Showcase on W7. (39-22), and you see some of the teams on there: Appleton North, Badger, De Pere, Eau Claire, Memorial, Edgerton, Franklin, Hamilton, Kettle Moraine Lutheran, Kimberly, Muskego, New Berlin, Eisenhower, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Lutheran, Slinger. I mean, that's a who's who list there. This one coming our way. Oh, almost. 13:59 remaining. 39-22. He is out of jail. That is confirmed. So we got that. Good. That's good news to go into the weekend with.
Well, got to get your security up in West Bend if Bob's on the loose.
I fit right in there. You got to be tough. You live in West Bend, you better be tough. I'm telling you.
Jayla Harder made a nice dive there, and I'm going to award her 8 points for
the
dive on the ball. So
I'm down.
Which means we're only 2 away from my bet.
That was number 0, Oldenoff, on the basket.
She's a very nice player.
Yeah.
I like the way she plays. She's junior, so she'll be back.
39-24. I know Angie Sweeney. She's been saving up to give me that Key Largo line for a while. When she booked the trip, I guarantee it's one of the first 5 things she thought about. I'm going to wait on W7. I'm going to pop that baby right on there, right when we're supposed to have a big snow.
This has been a crazy, nice winter until
it has.
this last week.
Yeah.
And
now it's more like a Wisconsin winter again.
Yeah. I used to always think it was too cold to snow. I
used to think that too. I used to think a lot of things. 39-24, 13:07 remaining.
I like that move by Olivia. I'd like to see her work on that over the summer, that little jump hook. That's something that high school players who are going to play with their back to the basket really need as part of their game.
First free throw for Livy in and good. She's playing pretty good, Mama.
She's playing very well.
2 for Livy. Walk off with 4 points.
Back to the trap.
"17-point lead for the Rams, 41-24. Now a turnover, and here comes Hallie Van Horn. They still are not coming out on her, coach, which surprises me. You know, she's knocked down so many from the outside. They're still not engaging her early enough, I don't think.
Yeah, she's handled the ball as much as I'd like to see her, have the ball in her hands and go to the rim. Sometimes, it's not being selfish when you're one of the people that can put the ball in the basket for your team, and sometimes people are giving the ball up, like right there. Give her the ball and let her do something.
Yeah. Timeout. We'll take it with them. 41-24, 12:33 to go, second half. You're watching W7 Live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
At Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, walk in and be seen without an appointment at their Ortho ASAP clinic, a faster, easier, and less expensive alternative to the ER or urgent care. With locations in Pewaukee, McWanago, and Brookfield, avoid lines and meet with orthopedic providers who specialize in sprains, strains, fractures, lacerations, dislocations, and more. Visit orthowisconsin.com. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. 41-24, 12-23 remaining second half. Gary Whipperman and Mark Maley live from Random Lake for our final pre-apocalypse broadcast. Shot from the short corner, in and good by Danny Stoffrigan. 41-26. I went to pick and save. Got scared out of my mind. People cleaning off the shelves, kids crying for their mothers. I mean, it was not a good scene. The parking lot was completely full. This is like 11 in the morning on a Thursday. I'm like, what is going on here?
My first thought when I heard the news was, do I have enough cookies and enough cigars? Something about, Janie said something about water, but
she mentioned something, I don't know. She was talking about it, and I didn't quite catch all of it. 41-26, 11:40 to go. Oh, Angie. That one in and good. Riley Holzrichter for two. She said it was rough today with rain, but tomorrow will be 78 degrees. We'll send pictures, hopefully celebrating a Rams win. Okay, Ange.
Best of both worlds, summer.
This is how we're going to do it now, huh?
And Florida.
It's on now.
Kohler's did two nice things earlier. They got in transition, and we got hit a shot from the side there. And they also took the ball full court against the trap. They're just standing around too much in this half, and basically they're catching and putting the ball over their head. Nobody's cutting. And the way that they're going to come back is what made them successful early. Transition, rebound the ball, get the ball out, and also move so they can get open shots. That was a great formula, and I think just this half, it's kind of just been two or three people in the same spot. Just that there's a lack of flow that's really hurt them.
Well, and, the lead is 13, which is, it's not insurmountable by any means. It feels bigger than it is, but, 13 points, a couple things go right, you get to single digits, and then it's game on.
Yeah, I think the coach is probably in a real nice way saying we're standing around.
Right.
And when we move, Zero's done a pretty good job the last couple times, bring the ball to court. Can't let the trap come to you like this is happening right here.
There she is, Oldenoff.
Yeah.
Short corner.
There we
Little
go.
jumper, got it. Ella Lace on the basket, her first 2 of the night. 42-30. Now down to 12. Turnover. Kohler ball. Again, no bonus in the first half, or only 4 fouls for Random Lake and 3 for Kohler here in the second half. Overall, pretty clean.
And these officials are from Minnesota, so they want to get home.
They got to get home, man. The big storm is coming. Grumman, nice pass. Van Horn from Lexi Grumman for 2. Great find by Lexi. And great finish by Hal, 44-30.
Really nice.
Unofficially 16 for Hallie Van Horn. And there's my first rebound of the night.
You'll be better off just coming and getting it.
Right. It'd be quicker that way. Oh, Butterfingers over here. My lack of eye-hand coordination is only surpassed by my lack of ability and endurance. So 44-30, 10 minutes to go.
So you got that going for
That's
you.
all I got, yeah, which is nice. 14-point lead, under 10 minutes to go. Van Horn, drive, kick out to the mayor. Chesney, got it. Chesney Meyer for 2, and the lead back to 16. 46-30, answer no. Rebound. That little jumper is off the back iron. Laced. Into Schuler. Schuler from the corner for 3. No. It's a good look. I mean, and you know, it's one of those things. You got to take some chances here.
You got 4 shots out of the possession, so you know nothing wrong with that.
9:19 to go. Yeah, that's true. Key Largo's nice, but you can't find Jolly Good Soda there. That's for sure. I believe that's MD's family down there checking in.
I thought you were going to say you can't have Jolly Times down there, and I thought
that I'd argue with.
Possible.
From the corner, the mayor from downtown.
Random Lake is doing a really good job this half of what I call the extra dribble syndrome. In the first half, in many cases, they take 1 extra bounce into the defenders. They're playing a lot cleaner that way, and actually, Kohler, it's the opposite. They're scoring when they're open, and they're picking the ball up and making quick passes. It's that extra dribble, and then you get in trouble, and then you make a bad pass.
Bernie and Sandy Baldwin checking in, rooting on the Rams. It's an 18-point lead as we're under 9 minutes to go, 48-30.
Yeah, it kind of slipped away in the last minute or so.
Sure did. 6 in a row for Random Lake. And there's a 3. Emerson Schuler for 3. Lead at 15, 48-33. Hey, big thanks, Brandon Miller, athletic director, and of course, Trina Van Horn, head coach. Random Lake having us out. As always, their support is much, much, much appreciated. Knoll, backdoor, and Wittenberg on the travel.
But it did look good.
It sure did. It sure did look good. I would agree.
It was a hard right, hard left.
Yeah, I liked it. That was a good move, I thought. Maybe a little biased, but you know. There's a turnover. It'll be Random Lake ball.
This is your first time ever calling a Random Lake game, correct?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
Since these kids were in grade school.
Yeah, I've known them for a while. You know, that's the thing about being in the homeschool. I mean, it's not just live streaming. You get to know the kids, and they get to know you, and you build relationships from it. And there are things that, I hope the kids will always remember and enjoy when they look back. Especially when they look back. Now, they're 17-year-old kids. You know, I mean, they live for the day, which, like we all did at 17 years old. But someday they'll look back and say, wow, that was a really cool time. And, the nice thing I always say is you're going to video for life. You can show your kids someday when they're bored and you have to watch you play basketball and hear your lecture about, well, when I was playing, we never did that. And this is how we did things.
I prefer the fact that there are no tapes.
I was going to say the exact same thing. In my case, it's a good thing there's none of that video laying around. I think I have one VHS tape somewhere in my basement that's I don't think it's been viewed in like 15 years. Kinsler, no good. Put back. Come on, Mara. Rebound, Kohler. Maddie Cole. Now in the corner, Schumacher. Boy, has Mara been all over Schumacher in this game.
She's done a really nice job. Schumacher's the leading scorer.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
got
been
more than 5.
5 points. Held in check tonight. Knoll. Under 7 minutes, 48-33. One of the big questions for the Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game tonight is, what are your plans for this weekend when you're snowbound? What are you going to do? What's on the agenda?
I would say probably for most of these young ladies, TikTok and movies.
We used to do Monopoly marathons and stuff like that. That was always fun. My parents would get us into doing that, board games and stuff. This is not much of that going on anymore, just with phones and everything else, but I enjoyed it.
We had mail-in Monopoly where you gave all the cards, all the properties out, and then once somebody went by you, you could put hotels on the next place. And you didn't have to have all of the colors. So the game actually took about 20 minutes, took almost that much time to give out the properties and the hotels. So
I made up a game that I put with my siblings called Give Your Brother Your Allowance. We had that was a lot of fun with that game.
Hope your brothers grew up bigger than you and took it out on you.
2 of them have, yes. My sisters could even handle me now. So, but that was a fun game. I enjoyed it every time. 48-33, 6:25 to go, second half. Pass inside Kinsler, no. Nice pass from Meyer. Coach, what do you do with that for Mara? I mean, short of you stand on the basket for 6 hours and you hit the top of the triangle every time. I mean, is that what you do?
There's a drill they call the Mikan drill, which is George Mikan supposedly used. It helped that he was a foot taller than everybody else.
Right.
My assistant coach, Corey Doggs, once said layups are hard, which I thought was the single dumbest thing that I ever heard. So, yeah, you find the corner of the basket, but in many cases, they're taking their eye off it, in my opinion.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty simple muscle memory, and I know earlier last year we had a hell of a time making layups, so I took them to Bunny School for Bunny School 1.0 and the next day 2.0. When you spend an hour each day on layups and you still can't make them, it's like maybe we should start knitting or something. Then all of a sudden it turned around, so I have no idea.
Is it a mental thing?
I think,
I just think is it like the yips with baseball? I mean, could that be part of it?
I used to say to him, it gets a lot harder to make layups when there's other people on the floor.
Right.
If you can't make these and you're a high school senior, I sound like a real ogre, but I wasn't. But some things like layups, you've probably shot that shot more than any time in your life. And just take your time, be calm.
And here's the thing: it's not like she doesn't work on it. I know she does.
Right.
I know she works on it. I know it's an emphasis for her, and what she's where she's trying to improve. Now she's just a sophomore, so I mean it's not like this is it by any means. It's just to me it almost feels like a mental block. She just needs that obstacle. She just needs to get over. And I think if you get it 3 or 4 in a row, I think you can get rid of that stuff.
Well, I have a $25,000 video that I'm willing to send to anyone on how to improve your post play. Actually, they're probably $39.99 if I ever actually did one. But the team that makes the most layups wins. That's kind of the rule.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to her sometime and just kind of see what she's doing right now, because whatever it is needs to change.
Well, I know her parents pretty well, and I know they'd be all in for it.
Okay.
So
love to do it.
In fact, they'll probably come. They're probably listening right now. They'll probably come over after the game. Okay. So I mean, understand what you're getting yourself into here.
Sure.
Ben and Shantae are great friends of ours, and they're big supporters of the team and the organization of the program. Shantae does a ton with the youth program. timeout on the floor. 51-37, 5:06 to go. When we come back, a little tribute to our friend Angie Sweeney down in Key Largo. We'll be right back.
Just like Bogey in the car, starring in our own late late show.
Remember this song?
Away to Key Largo.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Here's looking at you.
Here's looking at you, kid. Enjoy it down at Key Largo. This is probably way before her day, even.
He's not smiling when he says that.
Yeah, that's just so we're all clear on this. Don't be any confusion. Short corner jump shot, no good. No, glad you're having a great time, man. You deserve it. I know how hard you work. Enjoy it. Glad you're able to watch tonight. Watching the sunset over the water, watching Random Lake girls basketball on W7. Does life get any sweeter than that? That's all I gotta say. I mean, that's living the dream there. That's a charmed life. Shot no good. Kinsler on the rebound to Hallie Van Horn. Van Horn to Grumman. And now a turnover, and here come the Blue Bombers. Nice pass. Blocked Van Horn. Hal says, not in my house. 51-37. You know, we've kind of stayed like in this 12 to 17-point range this entire second half, Coach.
Yeah, the last minute or two has kind of been each team turning it over different ways. There's still time to.
There really is.
It just they need more open looks though.
Yeah. 51-37.
We were talking earlier about coaching, and one of the rules that I heard early was never let them see you play. And that
you sound like 30% of all the coaches in the state.
As a 6'1" post player in Indianapolis, I wasn't real good with the ball. So
Maddie Cole from downtown.
She's done some nice things tonight.
The lead is 11, 51-40.
Just like you said, a couple more of those.
You don't want to get too comfortable if you're Random Lake. I mean, I get you want to draw some clock off here, but I don't know if you want to get too far away from your game plan here. 3:30 to go.
There's fouls to give, but I take my chances for another 20 seconds to see if they could just turn it over, playing regular. Well, smart move by Hallie, splitting that double team.
3:20 remaining. Well, now you're free to leave. Notre Dame and Green Bay Southwest should be just getting underway. So thanks for joining us. Well, we just turn the lights off. We just take off. Coach, have a good weekend.
We put your name in the permanent record. We
Bucket.
have friends.
53-40. Out of bounds. It is Kohler ball. Reminder coming up. You know what time it is. The Jolly Good Soda player of the game. Another bucket, 53-42.
They've done some good things here in the second half, just too spaced apart.
Drive, and Van Horn is fouled. Now my goal, coach, on anytime there's a girls boys doubleheader is to get out of here before the national anthem on the boys game.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. We've got too much gear.
Well, I'm good for bulk work. My wife doesn't let me do anything around the house. Some of that is because I don't want to do it, but most of it is because she doesn't want me to get anything technical.
Right.
But I'm good with bulk work.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Please stop helping me.
Yeah.
Your help is
Setting me
really
back.
slowing things down. 3. No. Van Horn on the rebound.
Played a little zone there on the last possession. 2-3.
Abler, now Van Horn back out. Of all the players you don't want to foul, Hallie Van Horn to be the top of the list.
Right.
There's a foul on Oldenoff. 54-42.
Never been a fan of dribbling at the basket with the ball and then as you're going to the basket, passing it back out. That's when my hair first started to fall out. That and jump passes.
Well, you must have that happen a lot.
Early. Early.
Bucket good, or free throw good, 55-42. 2:20 remaining second half. Spin, Oldenoff, drive, shot, no good. Rebound, Kinsler, and she is fouled. And we'll go back down the other way. Reminder, tomorrow is Friday, right, Coach?
It
yeah,
is.
Tomorrow is Friday. So no games on W7 tomorrow for sure. Saturday, as of right now, 1 game's been canceled. There's 5 more at the Badger Challenge at Mount Horeb. My guess is all of those will be canceled once we see what the snow is going to do. But stay tuned on our social media. That's the best place to keep up with the latest and greatest. As those cancellations occur, we'll let you know. 55-42. Kinsler hits the first one. Look how much air Mara puts on these free throws. She can get halfway to Key Largo. Free throws. Well, that joke's still gonna run all night long. Second one, no good.
Well, a nice rotation on it, but
get free miles on that thing. Runner shot, no. Rebound, Grumman almost fouled. Under 2 minutes. 1:59 to go. Looks like Kohler's not going to foul. 14-point lead, a minute and a half. Backdoor. Mara Kinsler from Hallie Van Horn.
she does a lot of nice things well. And that time she really did focus on the ball and just laid it in nicely.
Yes. You know, it's funny you say that because when I see what Mara's doing, I think about my granddaughter, my 14-month-old granddaughter, and she's just learning to walk now. Mm-hmm. And when she doesn't think about it, she does great. I mean, just walks. When she looks out and realizes what she's doing, she falls over every time. It's the funniest thing. I'm not comparing Mara to a 14-month-old, but in some ways, it's kind of, the more you think about it, the more it kind of, gets in your head. And sometimes, like you said, your goal is just muscle memory. Just do it over and over again and don't even think about it. Grumman is fouled, and she will go to the line. Now Mara's going to come back to me, I guarantee, and say, so you're comparing me to a 14-month-old. Is that where we're at now?
Well, one of my players last year, Matty Doggs, is playing in college. Much more accurate layup shooter from the left side than right. She's a right-handed player, right-handed writer. That was her nickname, was Lefty, because over the time she was, in fact, she even a couple of times developed a little jump hook that.
I saw that jump hook once or twice.
In practice, she just rolled her eyes at me and said, is this the only thing you could do when you were in high school? Because that's all you want to talk about is this little flip hook. But it came out of nowhere a couple times, and but was more comfortable going left. I
saw Maddie's grandparents last night in Kaukauna, Gary and Mary Wolf. Mary celebrating her 27th birthday last night. I told her, be careful. Told Gary, I had to watch out for those older men like your husband, Mary. Great people.
Very good people.
Great people. He does the color guard for the VFW Post 3319 in Kakana. 15 seconds. Stay tuned. Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game coming up next. Well, Coach, we'll try next time on the Orthopedic Associates prediction. We're going to come up just a bit short as a travel. 1.8 seconds to go. But you know what? Like we said, I mean, first time. And, hey, you know what? I'm all for challenging the kids. Let's go.
Well, she's going to say, who said that?
Yeah. And that'll do it. Final score, Random Lake 61, Kohler 42. Don't go anywhere. Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game coming up next. You've been watching part 1 of Thursday night homeschool doubleheader. Notre Dame and Green Bay Southwest just underway, live from Notre Dame. Dom D'Angelo on the call. Big thanks to WisSportsNet for the rosters, stats, and schedules that we use all year. Visit their website, follow them on social media. WisSportsNet, your #1 source for prep media coverage at our state. You've been watching W7. We'll be back with our Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game. W7 Live, we are back with our Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game. It is Livy Walkoff Stefanic. Livy, nice game.
Thank you.
You guys did a great job tonight on Schumacher, who averages 15 points a game. I thought you and Mara both were fantastic teaming up on her defensively. Talk about the game plan tonight coming into this one.
Tonight we all just wanted to work as a team. We put a lot of effort into these past few practices preparing for this game, and we, during practice, we go 110% and are ready for anything.
How'd you feel kind of those first opening minutes? You know, you guys kind of jumped out on them early, and it seemed like you kind of just got a lead, got comfortable, and just kind of held them off the whole way. How was the flow of the game for you?
In the beginning, yeah, we went out strong, and then it started dying down. We kind of knew that was going on, so after halftime, we were all talking about it. We were just like, we want to come out hard and just beat them to it.
Well, it's funny you say that because we talked about, hey, what do these guys want to do in the second half? And what you did the first 5 minutes of the second half was exactly what we said, and really, to me, kind of just put the game away. A big win in the conference tonight for you guys, 3-2 now in the Big East. And you got Sheboygan Lutheran coming up Monday. I mean, thoughts on, assuming we still have schools and roads and everything after this big storm that's coming, but, thoughts on where you guys are right now as a group?
I think we're in a really good spot right now. We're just going to keep on grinding out at practice, trying our hardest, and yeah.
So, a couple questions, right? So, number one, Mom's in Florida, right?
Yep.
And you're here,
hey.
right? So, what are you going to do now this weekend with the storm of the century happening?
Well, I'm going to work out, got to get big. And we have practice on Sunday, so we're going to go hard then and be prepared.
No parties, right? You're not going to go party or anything like that?
No.
You're not having a party at your house, anything like that? See, Angie, I'm looking out for you. She told me she was watching the game at a table with overlooking the water and the sunset in Key Largo, Florida. Oh yeah, she's totally bright. She's going to send me some pictures tomorrow too. So she's just laying it on thick, laying it on thick. Now, when does she get back?
Monday night.
Okay, so you got some time yet.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that? Enjoying this time?
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
Libby Stefanic is our Jolly Good Soda player of the game tonight in Random Lake 61-42 win over Kohler. No basketball tomorrow. Probably no basketball Saturday. We'll see you Monday for sure at the Lake City Showcase. I won't see you guys Monday, so good luck against Sheboygan Lutheran. I'll be at Mount Mary University doing that game. For Walk-Off Stefanic and for the Rams and for Mark Maley, I'm Gary Whipperman. You've been watching W7 Live. We are W7 and we are for the girls. Have a good weekend, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Please say you will. Play it again. 'Cause I love you still. Maybe this can be the end. We had it all. Just like Bogey and the car. Starring in our own late, late show. Sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid. Missing all the things we did. We can find it once again. I know, just like they did in Key Largo. We had it all. Just like Bogey and the car.
Thought they were spectacular.
It's something that you really can't see anywhere else. This was absolutely phenomenal.
Invigorating. It was encouraging, gave me hope.
It's just a wonderful thing to experience.
The artistry, the magic behind it is just beautiful. It's breathtaking. The orchestration is magnificent. I just can't say enough about it.
These performers used every part of their body to heal us. What they did tonight was a form of medicine.
And I have to say, this has just been therapy for the soul. Chinese culture has so much history behind it. So to be able to tell that through dance is so impressive.
To see Shenyun work so hard to bring back the best that civilization has ever created.
Whoever has masterminded this deserves an Oscar.
There's a spirituality